All right. Hi, Michelle Plisteris.
Hello, how are you?
I'm so good. This is fun to do our first little Zoom chat together.
Yeah,
And
we're official.
yeah, and I want to introduce you. So, for anybody watching, Michelle and I have worked together for years at Sotheby's, and our team is excited to have her join us with the Scott Finn team downtown. So, this is very cool that we will really, really be working together.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, I'm so happy. So today I think is cool because you have been extremely busy, which is just so awesome. But you are one of the right people to talk to. One of the things that I think is happening, and I keep hearing in conversations with clients of my own and you as well, is wow, I see really good things happening. It's great to see that the market is doing well during COVID. I'm going to sell probably later this year, maybe 2021. And
Mhm.
while I understand a lot of the reasons that people may have to make those decisions, I think that it's probably important they really understand what's happening right now and determine if waiting really is best for them.
Sure.
So let's talk about some of the 4 points that you addressed that you think are really relevant to someone trying to make that decision to sell in 2020. And I think the first that we chatted about was the demand and what you're seeing out there.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me on the team. I couldn't be more ecstatic. And you're right, I've sort of hit the ground running. Much to my surprise, I have seen so much pent up demand in the marketplace. I mean, really, truly throughout San Diego County. Um, I'm really starting to see a lot of multiple offer scenarios, more so than I had expected, to be honest.
Right.
I think there's a huge demand for single family residents in particular. And I think the price point is kind of all over the board. I had a great home on the market in Vista, single family residence. We listed it in the low sixes, and we had 12 showings the first day. It was a multiple offer scenario, and I'm seeing the reciprocal on the buy side as well. So I've got buyers all over the county, downtown, all the way as far north as San Marcos, and I'm continuing to see sort of a pent up demand for all sorts of product type and multiple offer scenarios from price points all the way from 400,000 up to 1,500,000. To me, I found that surprising, given everything that's going on in our world right now. But I think it's a testament to our property values, where San Diego County is heading, and I'd also attribute a little bit of it towards the low interest rates and just sort of this pent up demand that's been here in our county for, I mean, years. It's really started to come to fruition lately.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it really, I'm noticeable when you read the stats that million to million five is just starting to join the movement because it really was that million and under. And it's now just progressing. It's really picked up. Let's talk about the coming soon feature because I think a lot of
Sure.
buyers out there won't know what's happening on the MLS and how we now position properties. And this is a new feature. Let's chat.
Yeah, so I love the coming soon feature. You're correct, it is brand new. And it gives us the ability to sort of pre market properties in a way that we really haven't been able to do before. So, the way that it works is when we go to list a home, we publish it onto the MLS under the coming soon designation. That gives us 21 days to sort of give a teaser as to when the property is hitting the market, which I think is advantageous for, I mean, countless reasons. But I just experienced this myself. We have a great home. It's tenant occupied. The lease is up right around 21 days. And, we really wouldn't be able to adequately market it appropriately as a coming soon. We really weren't allowed to until now. So it gives us the ability as, listing agents and even representing buyers to look at inventory that's coming available, because it all comes down to timing. You've got to get the pre-approval, or maybe you have a house to sell in order to buy. So having the ability to see what is coming to market with a little bit of an advanced notice, I think is a pretty powerful thing.
It is, and especially during COVID because it's different now. Our job before was listing
Right.
as many people through the house as possible. Now our job is to sell it at the best price like previous, but with limited buyers that have been screened and filled out disclosure forms. And so having that coming soon really lets you prepare for what you're going to go buy if that's the case. And one thing I think consumers also don't realize is the previous change before coming soon is that
Right.
your realtor can no longer sign an agreement with you and then off market advertise you through email blasts or
Mhm.
through social media. That is not allowed. You have to be live on the MLS within 24 hours of doing that. But if you use this coming soon feature on the MLS, you've got a
Right.
21-day heads up to start networking with other realtors.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, to
So
your
cool.
point, it kind of does help us really narrow in on the qualified buyers. We can't really go through without pre-approvals like we have maybe in the past. And I think it just is a vetting process that's advantageous to buyers and sellers and us as representatives.
Right. And it's a nice test to the market. If you're pushing that price and you've been on 21 days and nobody called us,
Right, right.
want to go after that price. So there's a
It's
lot.
just verification. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
exactly.
so many things that we can offer when it's time to talk about that. I'd also like to talk about, because we continue to see the power of this. We did even in our team meeting this morning, the Sotheby's Network and what this is doing for our sellers.
Oh yeah. I mean, I am such a Sotheby's believer. I mean, I've experienced it firsthand, the brand, the reputation. But I really think what is not on the forefront for most buyers and sellers is our in-house networking. I mean, we have some of the most phenomenal tools where I pick up my phone, we've got an application that links all of our agents throughout San Diego County, and I can go, hey, look, this is my brand new listing, or exactly what you're saying, using the coming soon feature, and say, this is what's going on, this is what's coming to market. And the same goes for even our team dynamic.
Right.
I've been floored with talking about our listings coming soon, and just having that network so accessible to be able to communicate about inventory is sort of priceless, especially, as we've mentioned, how competitive it is, finding those off markets and finding them quickly and being able to communicate and have, sort of a 2 cents of what's coming soon, maybe even more so than some agents outside of our network, is um, amazing. And it's something I've been utilizing for years, but given all the circumstances, now I really, really see the power and the value behind it.
It's incredible. And, it's always been phenomenal. You and I have known that, the power of Sotheby's. I mean, we are the market leader. We are absolutely the luxury leader in San Diego and Orange County,
Right.
Palm Desert, in terms of that $1 million plus market. But really, what I'm seeing now is, due to COVID, this off market network for a multitude of reasons that people
Mhm.
won't list, haven't listed, want to sell, can't. Being able to pick up the phone and use that internet, it's unbelievable what's happening. So I feel as wonderful as the internet flow can be for the consumer, they need us more now than ever, because the house they're waiting for may never actually hit the market. You know?
Right. I completely agree with you. I mean, it's sort of where it's interesting to see how much our industry has changed almost overnight.
Yeah.
And I think it's for the best. I mean, we're becoming more effective than we ever have. We're communicating in a more seamless fashion. So, yeah, I find it to be incredibly powerful. And it's just interesting to see how much we've changed in just, a matter of weeks. I mean, these are tools that we've utilized, for years, but I think everyone is sort of kind of coming on the same page that we're on.
Yeah, we've changed before when we need to, but you're right, it's been kind of massive lately, and I feel like it's energizing. We're working from home for the most part, and I'm so
Yeah, I mean, you can hear my email. I apologize. You can hear my email going off, but I am showing it's great stuff. I mean, these are escrows. I'm communicating with buyers at a rapid pace.
I just keeping up with your contracts is a full-time job.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so grateful for it, though. I mean, I say this to you and the team every single day, but being busy is something to really have a gratitude towards, just given everything that's going on right now. And yeah, I'm kind of counting my blessings and ready for more.
People get more done, just the way it
Yeah,
works.
exactly. When you're busy, you get more done. I'm a firm believer in that.
You do. All right, let's hit number four. We had a fourth topic that we want to share, which is the fourth seller advantage that we think, or at least the fourth thing a seller should realize is happening in the marketplace right now, is something you touched on earlier, is the low interest rates, and really what that's driving buyers to do, and how it's affecting escrows. I'd love to hear what you think about that, or what you're seeing.
I mean, the interest rates are phenomenal. I'm seriously floored when I'm hearing what some of my conventional 20% down buyers are able to accomplish. I mean, we're talking low threes interest rates, which we haven't seen in years. So the buying power is so much higher than it's been. And I think it's a really great opportunity, because if you are looking to get in the market, whether you're on the buy or the sell side, there's just so much transaction happening, and because the interest rates are so low, it's a really great time to explore that option. I'm also seeing a lot of refinancing happening at the same time, and it's just we haven't seen this in so many years. So it's very exciting, and I think it's definitely time for some of those buyers that have been hesitant about purchasing and going through the pre-approval process and not really having a grasp on where the rates are or what programs are out there. I will tell you, if it's on the back of your mind, now is the time to explore. I mean, pick up the phone, talk to our preferred lenders, because it's I don't know how long these rates are going to last for. One, and we haven't seen them this low in years. It's just an incredible opportunity.
It is. And the downside for the buyer, but what becomes the upside for the seller again is that these low interest rates mean there is just not a lot of inventory, but the money
Right.
is cheap. So we are seeing buyers, like you said earlier, compete for properties, push past, pay a little bit more to win a property. Then we're seeing people concede on repairs, where a seller maybe in a different market would absolutely have to pay for this and that, the roof, the termite, this. Well,
Sure.
if you have 10 offers, that's not necessarily going to happen. This seller's market is clear. It is an advantage, and the consumer is less inclined to spend more because it's cheap. So we are
Right.
seeing people push themselves in ways that they won't be doing when rates are 5, 6%. So this is kind of a cool time and better than some people think. I think the one thing people need to realize is that when a market is this good on the sell side, will
Mhm.
last forever.
Yeah.
Ultimately, all your friends and neighbors will also list, and that will definitely hamper that advantage. To what extent, we don't know. When will that happen? But this is why I thought it was relevant to chat and talk
Sure.
about, like, you're going to sell. Why exactly are you waiting? This could be the best market you're going to see.
I completely agree. I think there is more market momentum than I think a lot of buyers and sellers know. You and I experience it every single day. I mean, I'm in the field at a I mean, really, truly, 7 days a week right now. And I just feel like, we're getting so many different mixed messages when we turn on the news of what's really going on. But specifically for San Diego County real estate, there is a high demand right now, and there's a ton of market momentum on the buy or the list side. So, I mean, I would encourage people who, are thinking about it, or, saying maybe let's put this off for another year. I would advise them to look at it right here, right now, because there is an opportunity. And I don't know how long this will hold up for.
Right. We'll be here for it. We're ready.
Yeah.
They can tell us. I think they should.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for the time. I think this was great. I hope this is good content for people to take in and share with friends that might be considering a sale this year. And let's do it again soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.